Okay, hello and good day to everyone that is currently tuning in here at Phoenix Holdings. Once again, this is going to be the host for tonight's AMA CH, and right now we have a very special project that we have as a guest today, and the project is called PalmSwap. And from the PalmSwap team, we got our guest B. Is that how I'm supposed to call you?
Man, you can call me Bernard. I think it's a bit more personal, right?
Okay, yeah, it sounds more better than B. Okay, Bernard, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good as well. A bit cold, and I guess the market is kind of like going down and up. I'm not sure about the market today, but it's crypto. We can never tell how it goes. But yeah, project wise, I'm quite excited for this very unique project, I would say. So I guess it's time for us to get started. So, can you please introduce yourself to us? Give us a little bit of detail or background about yourself and the team that you work with.
Yeah, sure. So, yeah, thanks first of all for the nice introduction. And yeah, we're excited as well. To be very honest, we are working so much on the launch because we are launching in 3 days that I didn't even check the market since 3 days. So, yeah, that's how busy it is right now. So,
It's
yeah,
better
to
not
kick
to
it
know,
off,
man. You're just gonna get
yeah,
depressed.
maybe. So to kick it off with a quick intro from my side, my name is Bernard. I'm 27 years young. I'm originally from Austria. I'm based in Dubai right now, coming to you from Turkey, and yeah, I'm in crypto since 2015. I bought Bitcoin first time or in August 2015 at around $220. So I've been around the space for quite a while. I invested into a lot of projects early stage. I benefited quite decently from the ICO hype in 2017, and yeah, uh, the team and me, uh, basically, we're three co founders. The total team is 17 people big. So we have 14 employees all working for us. And the whole three founders, we started perpetual trading back then in 2017 when it was introduced by BitMEX. I guess yeah, most of the people know that one. And yeah, so this was the foundation for the project that we're building here right now with PalmSwap.
I see. I mean, BitMax is quite familiar. And how many years have you been in the crypto space? 2017. Is that correct?
No, 2015, 7 years
Oh,
ago.
2015. Oh, man. So you've caught the dip on the Bitcoin dump. Have you?
I'm very honest, like when you see my entry points on BTC and ETH, uh, I'm very, very happy with where the price is right now. So
Ooh,
I'm not
really?
too depressed. I mean, as I said, I bought Bitcoin the first time around $220. I bought ETH at $8 the first time. So yeah,
You still hold the amount. Wow, that's really a perfect entry point. You can never be
to be
depressed with the
honest,
market at this point.
I exited on the market around January this year with a part of my portfolio. So that's why I'm pretty relaxed and I'm just patient, right?
Why?
So
Why didn't you tell us, man? It's gonna crash.
should have probably joined your AMA a bit earlier, right?
Yeah, man, would have been a lot better. Would have not lost some money. But regardless, we're now here with your project, along with your three CEOs, which is called PalmSwap. So, can you tell us a little bit more about the project itself? Oh, wait, but before that, why the name PalmSwap?
To be very honest, it's not because of the palm, right? Like the tree, the palm tree. It's more about the palm, right? The hand palm. And there's this saying like, you got something in the palm of your hand means basically something like you got control, right? And as we are like a decentralized exchange where you as a user have the funds in control, that's basically how the name uh, came out. Yeah, it was just on an
Okay.
afternoon where we were figuring out how we would name the project.
Okay, that makes total sense. I was looking in your website. I'm like, looking, where's the three here? I'm supposed to see a three somewhere here in the website, but okay. The palm, as in the palm of the hand. Got it. Okay, then that's a pretty smart way of naming something. As accessible as our palms. So, tell us what is it about this project?
So I think maybe to get a better understanding is how we started it or why we started it, right? So uh, first of all, I'm gonna roll back a bit. We had a business, the three of us, that was evolving around BitMEX. It was a user follows trader business. We started that in 2018. We had around 15,000 customers, active customers at the peak, and basically people were just following a trader. The trades were copied via API on their accounts, and yeah, they paid for the service basically to our platform. We discontinued the service in 2020 because we just saw that this business model is very dependent on the performance of a trader, and we really didn't like that. We wanted to have something a bit more market neutral. Then we started doing our research, and we realized in 2020, 2021, a lot of volume has been moving from centralized exchanges to decentralized exchanges, right? Things like the DeFi boom with Uniswap, PancakeSwap, and so on. And then we looked at derivatives, right? At perpetuals, the field where we were like more or less coming from. And we saw, wow, most of the volume there is still on centralized exchanges, right? And then we were questioning why is that, right? Because there were already some protocols out there, just a few. We took a look at them and we saw, okay, very difficult to use, like very poor usability. There is a lot of order types missing. So on a centralized exchange, like on Bybit, for example, or FTX or whatever, if you trade futures, you get your market orders, you get your limit orders, you get your stop loss, you get your take profit, conditional orders, yada, 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 right? But this you don't have on a lot of perpetual dexes. And we built that all on chain, all of these order types, everything that you know from centralized exchanges. We got that on our DEX. And this is, I believe, something where we're really filling a gap in the DeFi space and the market. And another thing, I believe it has too less retail exposure yet because decentralized perpetuals is a very niche market. And yeah, that's why we are first PerpDex that brings in like an affiliate system that really rewards people, that refer people onto our platform very genuinely. And yeah, very similar to Bybit. Every user can do that. And of course, KOLs, we have a KOL program as well. And yeah, I guess that is it in a nutshell, as a brief intro on how it started and what we built and why we did it.
I see, that is quite technical, I would say, and you have quite a huge vision ahead of the project. So you're aiming to perhaps at least have close amounts of trading volume compared to the centralized exchanges, which has majority of the trades in the crypto space. That is a huge mountain to conquer, I would say.
I'm very honest, as a DEX, this will take time, right? I mean, I do believe
For
maybe
sure,
over the
yeah.
next couple of years, right, more and more money, more and more trading volume is going to shift to decentralized perpetuals because we saw it happen with spot trading. And I do believe it's going to happen in the perp space as well. Um, but of course, that doesn't happen overnight. But if you look at, for example, DYDX, for example, on the market, right? They are the biggest perpetual protocol right now, and I mean they are doing sometimes close to a billion or more in trading volume a day. So honestly, if you get into this sphere, that's already pretty amazing.
Yeah, that makes it sound more possible having that example. So what are the steps that are you planning to make in order to achieve this goal?
Yeah, so basically, from our Go Live roadmap, now 20 to 23rd, we are launching the token. 24th, we're going to TG. On the 3rd of October, we are going to go live on the Alpha mainnet. That's basically limited access to 250 users that are allowed to uh, trade on the platform, test it, and so on. And if everything's working well on the mainnet, because we had quite a lot of traction on the testnet, so we just want to make sure everything is really working fine. And on the 1st of November, we're going live on the public mainnet. Uh, I mean, if you look at our list of backers, we got like a couple of the major KOLs in the crypto space on board, like Da Vinci, Carl, The Moon, AM Crypto, Crypto Zombie, you name them, like, and all of them basically invested directly with us into and to see it in private stage, and because they believe in the project and because it's very close to something that they already promote. So yeah, I believe this is really something that's going to give us a lot of exposure and drive a lot of users onto our platform.
And some reputable primary investors as well will definitely help to convince other people to be more confident in investing in your project. Well, coming to the utilities that you got for the project, can you share it to us? What are the utilities or the special things that PalmSwap has to offer in contrast to the others deck swaps that we currently already have?
Yeah. So again, we are not a decentralized exchange like
Mm,
like Uniswap, SushiSwap, PancakeSwap. It's all spots, right? As I said, we are focused mainly on leverage trading. We are not offering spot services as of now. Maybe in the future, but for sure not this year. And again, what makes it unique? We are the first perpetual DEX with affiliate system. We are having an own launch pad as well. So we are going to launch our token over our own pad. Uh, and in the future, we can as well introduce more projects, of course, over this launch pad, and preferably as well projects that we might be even able to do a partnership with or something like that. So to enlarge our ecosystem. Uh, yeah, shall I go a bit into the token utilities that we've built as well, or we're gonna speak about it later down the line?
Yeah, I think it's kind of better if whichever you think is best for the transition. Do you wanted to talk about something else about the utilities, and we can just talk about the token last?
I think this is what, in a nutshell, basically what we offer: trading, 100% decentralized, uh, launchpad in the beginning, governance basically as well afterwards. So yeah.
Let's see. Well, so you're gonna have a native token, which is PalmSwap. I wanted to know what purpose will the native token have to the project because trading wise, I'm not sure how you can apply this.
Okay. Yeah, actually, that's a really good question. And for me, when I invest into any kind of project, for me it's important that the project has utilities, right? Because otherwise, it's not going to survive in the long term unless it's a very very strong meme project like Shiba, right, or something like this. But that's not what we are. So you can use our token for multiple things. First of all, you have to stake our token in order to participate on further launchpad sales in the future. You can stake our tokens, and the more tokens you stake, the lower the trading fees on our platform are going to become. And as well, if you're participating in our affiliate program, everybody starts with a 20% commission on trading fees. You can increase these trading fees to up to 40% the more tokens you stake, right? So this is like the utilities that we will have in the token directly from the start. Apart from that, you can of course directly after TGE stake our token and farm it. It's important to mention it. It's not really a utility, but yeah, still, that's also what you can do. And long-term stakers can participate in governance votings afterwards, so they can propose changes on the protocol. They can vote on which trading pairs we're going to add next. Yeah.
So kind of like a DAO in the near future.
Yes, correct, correct, correct. Yeah, and another thing actually that where we are using our token from, as we are a DEX, we are rewarding traders that trade on our protocol. As you know it, maybe from a lot of like games, they have the like play to earn narrative, right? And we are doing a trade to earn, right? So basically, the more volume you trade on our platform on a weekly basis, the more interest fees are paid, you're going to earn some tokens on that. And this is also how we are distributing the tokens. The we call that whole thing trading cycles, and that's going to happen over the next 7 to 8 years. And of course, like this would make the whole token inflationary. In order to prevent too many tokens to being on the market, 50% of the trading fees of our platform are going to be used for buyback and burn. So we are constantly going to buy back tokens from the market and burn them. And this, on a long term, is very, very important because, like this, we are lowering the supply, we're taking all the tokens off the market. And I mean, look, very simple example. Everybody knows Binance, everybody knows BNB, and I believe their buyback and burn strategy is for sure one of the reasons that BNB is at such a price level as it is right now, because the fees that they are collecting as an exchange are tremendously high. And of course, if you take this much capital, buy back tokens, it it will have an effect long term, of course, of the on the price of the token. And as we have a business model that is generating revenue constantly, I think it's a very, very good way of yeah, taking away some pressure off the market and controlling the token supply.
I see. And trade to earn. Wow. I can't believe you can earn money by trading. I only lose money whenever I'm trying to trade. But jokes aside, I think it's gonna be based on the volume of trading that you apply.
Exactly. So basically, even if you lose money on trading, at least you can earn some palm tokens with it.
Yeah, okay. I mean that kinda lowers the blow on how much money you're gonna lose. But if you earn money by trading and then you can earn additional money via PalmSwap, then that's gonna be great, of course. And so in terms of that, yeah, you've mentioned about it being inflationary since it's basically going to be a reward as a native token. So you're gonna have burning mechanisms you've mentioned.
Yes,
Is it gonna be manual or is it gonna be automatic?
automatic.
Oh, I see. Well, worst comes to worst though. I mean, there are pros and cons to having an automatic burning system. So let's just say that the price of the coin or the market itself is not going to be beneficial if you do the automatic burning system. Do you have the option to do it manually or it will always be automatic?
No, it can be changed. And as well, this is something, for example, people can vote also then in governance votings for. For example, they can say, look, the way we are distributing the fees right now, apart from being paying affiliate commissions, 50% buyback and burn, 25% goes into insurance fund, and 25% goes into protocol operations. So these numbers, they can be adjusted, of course, right? So by governance votings.
Okay, I see. Well, I guess we can go back to the what do you call this? The tokenomics. So and the distribution. So you've already mentioned that there were some primary investors earlier on, and I think you're gonna have a fair launch. Is that correct?
Yeah, we're doing a community fair launch basically. That's how
Hmm.
we called it. Yeah,
Can you tell us more about that?
for sure. So our community fair launch is not structured like the typical fair launch, right? The typical fair launch is I bring my token on the market and first come, first serve. The faster you ape in, the better price you get. And it's normally like a quick pump, and then a bunch of sniper bots are going to dump on you, right? That bought before you.
Yeah, you can't win against bots in that fair
Exactly.
launch. Yeah.
We definitely don't want that. Yeah, we definitely don't want that for our community. So we try to really make it fair for everybody. So how our community challenge is going to work is we're going to open the deposit pool from the 20th of September, and it will be open until the 23rd. So for 3 days, there is no minimum and there is no maximum amount you can participate with. You participate with BNB directly, and at the end of this 3 days, yeah, no matter if you deposited on day one or day three, depending on how much BNB have been raised in this pool, the average token price is going to be calculated, and every single participant is going to receive the same average price. And this is what we call a fair launch.
I mean, that's as fair as it can get. I totally agree. Whenever I started in crypto, I always try to manually buy when the coin launches, saying that, oh, the faster I buy, the more chances that it's going to be low because it's going to pump later. But always gets wrecked by sniper bots. And okay, here's the thing that I noticed. You're going to be having your fair launch on your own website. And is this going to be the first launch that you're going to be having?
Yeah, exactly. So this is how we are going to do our basically our public sale, call it like this, and the day after we're going to TGE. Yeah, and we're going to list the token with a 2x from the average token price. Okay, and how we do this is basically we have $500,000 of starting liquidity for NBNB, right? And 10 million in Palm tokens, right? So the minimum listing price is going to be 5 cents, right? Why 5 cents? Because private round was 4 cents, right? So we can, of course, not list below that. So this is basically what the listing price definitely going to be. And of course, if there is more money raised, this listing price, the average token price is going to be higher, and the listing price is going to be a 2x from that. So yeah, and we can tell you that, okay, of course, the 2x you're going to receive on the listing. I don't have control over what is happening after we launch the token. So there's, of course, no guarantees on that, but that's definitely the narrative that we are having here.
Okay, so they got to X at the launch, the private sale. Is that correct?
Yeah, the fair launch participants.
Yeah, and wanted to ask, are wait, I'm kind of getting confused. So the fair launch, right? And you got the private sale before the fair launch. So on the private sale, are the tokens going to be vested?
Yes, you can check this. Just go onto our website,
Hmm.
and
I'm
on
trying
the
to
About
look
Us
into it.
section, there's documentation. There you will find our Git book basically, and under tokenomics, you will see everything. Every private and seed investor is vested. Nobody will have tokens on the launch, right? The private sale is starting to unlock 46 days after launch, and they will not get big chunks. Never. We have a linear vesting schedule always. So like this, we only give out small amounts of token, release them gradually, right? And the seed investors they unlock even later, and they are also vested over a longer period of time because, of course, they bought for a cheaper price. So the only people that are going to have tokens at the start is fair launch participants plus um, airdrops, right? So that's the only people that have tokens. And since we're talking about vesting, we also have a vesting for community fair launch participants, right? So for the community fair launch participants, we give 25% directly at TGE. Then there's a 30-day cliff. And then afterwards, we are going to release tokens daily on a 3 month basis, right? Why did we choose the vesting schedule like this? Because we didn't come up with this. We woke up and like, oh yeah, let's do it like this. No, within the first 30 days after TGE, we're going to perform the first centralized exchange listing. It's better that there's less tokens in circulation if you want to list on a centralized exchange. So that's why we chose the vesting schedule like this. And on top of this, our token is launched on the 24th, right, with the TGE. And our platform is launching on the 1st of November. So we have around a 30-day gap here, right? A little bit over 30 days. And we, of course, want to animate the people to buy tokens and as well the people that bought in early to hold their tokens because all the token utilities that I just explained before are going to be available with the DEX launch. And I think this is then especially going to have a very nice price impact as well again on the token.
The vesting is crazy, and I meant that in a really good way. You have vesting for at least 12 months, up to 18 months, for 30 months, actually, for the advisors. I mean, that just shows how much trust these people are. I mean, allowing them to hold their tokens for more than a year, which you don't see usually.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I'm quite impressed on how you're able to get investors to trust you like that.
we actually wanted to vest them even longer, but the market went too bearish, so we had to we had to adjust the vesting schedule a bit. But I think actually for a project of our tire, um, the vesting is all right. Yeah, I would have
Hmm.
liked to vest the people even a bit longer, but it's okay.
Yeah, I think I know. You know how the people think about vesting. I mean, not everyone's gonna be happy with vesting, but I think it will be beneficial to always have a vesting, especially for projects as huge as this. And you mentioned about a centralized exchange listing. So, what do you already have something in mind, or have you decided on something, or are you still thinking about which
I
CX do you
mean,
plan to launch on?
we have conversations. We have not locked in any centralized exchange yet because we're still negotiating on the terms and on the listing fees and stuff like this. All I can say so far, because I cannot tell any names yet until the as long as the negotiations are going on, but it's going to be for sure top 20 exchange that we are going to propose for them.
Top 20. Wow. Okay, that is definitely something to look forward to then. Okay. That being said, I guess that's all the questions I can ask for now. Do you wanted to add anything else before we go on to the community questions, Bernard?
I guess there's going to be a lot of questions, so let's get started with the questions. I think I gave a lot of information already, so I'm gonna give the word to your community, let them ask their questions, and I guess any information that was left out um, is going to be filled in on the questions.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's not rug them with their questions and let them ask the question themselves before you explain it. So, for the first question, we got CC Jitters. You're allowed to speak. Please ask your question.
Thank you very much, CH. So I really appreciate the project they have here, and as they said, they I think they have said a lot about the project, but I wanted to touch on the marketing plan. So I wanted to know what's the motivating factor you're going to bring to the community here or to the investors. So now this depends on your marketing plans, right? For example, if you have an Instagram reel or you're using a Facebook ad or Google ad to market your project, and then you're trying to bring something to the space. You're trying to portray something like an investment. So what's the headline you're going to bring to the people, telling them that this is the right platform they could invest on? And I know a couple of people are really busy today, and so they have a lot of work they do and they earn money. But what is this factor that will make them come into this space, including non-crypto users?
Okay, let me. Thanks first of all for the question. So I mean, again, I think I explained a lot about the utilities of our project. So our approach is more like on that end that we want to focus on getting users to the platform, because if you use our platform, you're most definitely going to use our token because it just makes sense. If you don't do it, you're just going to end up paying more fees for using the platform, and that just makes no sense, right? So we want to adapt more users. How are we going to attract more users? And look, we got major KOL backing, and I cannot tell you yet who else is going to promote now before the launch, but it's really a lot of heavy hitters lined up. And from our approach, and this is why we actually came up with the affiliate program like we did, we want to give something back to the community, because in the end of the day, the community is what makes the project, right? So this is what you just said, right? So it's important to have the community backing the project. And how do you do that? By rewarding them. So when you invite somebody, a user to the platform, you're going to earn on that lifetime, right? And this is also something how we are binding KOLs to work with us on a long-term basis, because they do the work one time, they bring the users, and they keep on getting earnings on that, as long as the users use the platform, right? So our job is to facilitate a great environment for traders, for users, and if we are able to do this, then I have no doubt that we can attract more users, more investors, more token holders, and this is basically the long-term vision we have.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Great. As you said, you have utilities, but as even I'm a person, I'm an investor, but not in the crypto space. But I'm an investor, kind of like a network or something. And then I see this advert you have on the banner or video or Google or whatever where place I see this. and I really want to come into this project, but the strategy, I would say the content of the adverts really, it's not really enticing. So that's why I wanted to know what that thing that you tell the investors that when they see this on your headline, they'll be, yes, I really want to invest in this project. I know you have lots of utilities, but I don't really know about those utilities. I don't know what they mean, as I'm not a crypto investor, so that's why I wanted to know about that. And also, I was also hoping you're gonna also touch on target audience and then try to focus more on this particular people. If you're focusing on only crypto investors, or you're focusing on investors in general and stuff like that. I guess that will also help your project at least grow. And then if you're also targeting platforms like LinkedIn, I know LinkedIn is super big, right? It's for business. So if you're kind of like targeting those platforms, I guess, and you have a good content on your webpage, it's gonna be good, and then lots of people will be able to know about your project. But all the same, I really enjoy the utilities you have there.
Yes, for sure. So what we do as well, I mean, we got PR agencies working with us. So we have like already we had a couple of PR releases, and it's going to be more. We are going to be on lots of crypto conferences in the next weeks and months. And for the ad space, basically, we are replacing Google Ads, Facebook ads as well. Basically, we're using retargeting for that, and this goes aligned with the NFT whitelisting competition that we had. We had, I don't know how many participants, 15, 20,000 people maybe, or something like this. So whoever was on our website is going to get ads basically, then followed up on that, on IG and so on. So this is especially now for the token fair launch. And to be very honest, the product that we are having is a niche product, right? I don't think the average Joe is a perpetual trader. I don't even think the average Joe knows what a perpetual is, to be very frank, right? So obviously our target primarily is crypto people in the crypto space already, like people that trade. Like this is our target group, right? I'm not looking for the 60-year-old grandma that just started to to buy Bitcoin 2 days ago or something like this. I don't think that she will be our target group or our main users.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you for your answer. I really appreciate it. Well done with your project.
You're
Okay,
welcome.
thank you. Yeah, thank you so much for the question. And I do agree with that, with the utilities that you got, it is going to be definitely aimed towards the crypto users. Perhaps you can touch on the non-crypto users along the way, but that's going to be far ahead in the future once you have your established target market in the loop, basically. Okay, so let's go with the next question from. Oh, wait, I missed that guy's name. Oh, Elmania Miguel, you're allowed to speak. Please ask your question.
Hey man,
Hello?
how's it going?
All good, all good.
Hey, how's it going?
So is that your question? Do you have a question, Elmania?
Sorry about that.
Okay.
So, sorry, my network was just having a little bit of glitch. So, basically, I saw something on your website regarding the NFTs, and I'm a true fan of NFTs, and I love NFTs, and they were really great. You guys, I love the concept you guys are going with it. But my question basically is, I've got two questions regarding to the NFTs. First of all, um, what are you guys putting in place for copyright so that one doesn't buy up your NFT, keeps it, and then later on builds his own project and then claims that these NFTs that he bought from you are what he created for himself. So what are you guys putting in place for copyrights on the NF on your NFTs so it doesn't get taken or stolen for someone else?
I think in order to answer this question, I have to quickly explain what the NFTs are used for, right? So basically, the NFTs, we're not selling them, right? So you can win them in like a whitelisting competition. We give 250 NFTs out, and the only purpose these NFTs have is they are going to give these winners, these lucky winners, access to our mainnet early, right? So you're going to become an alpha tester basically. And once you place 5 trades on the mainnet, you're going to receive an airdrop of 10,000 Palm tokens, right? That's the only use case actually of the NFTs. They won't be sellable afterwards. They won't be traded on OpenSea because maybe we will add another use case, like maybe a fee discount or something like this, for our early supporters somewhere down the line. And we don't want this to be swapped around or something like this. So, yeah, I hope this could somehow answer the question. Yeah, because
Yeah,
they
yeah,
are an
it
NFT
kind of,
basically. And
yeah, it did. It did really explain everything, the concepts, and that's it's really nice. So it's kind of like a ticket to APing, kind of first APing to the project. It's really great. Awesome. Thank you.
thank you. I'm happy you like it.
Uh-huh. And I wanted to ask something in addition. So you're gonna have some NFTs as well? Is that you mentioned? Hello? B, I
Yes.
think you're. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you were just like cut off. I didn't hear anything anymore. Probably a
Oh,
Telegram
okay.
issue.
As always, it's Telegram's fault. Yeah. So there's gonna be an NFT marketplace. How far off are we looking into before we get this?
No, no, no. There is no NFT marketplace. All you can do is
Oh,
like
okay.
win the NFTs. You can win them, right? They won't be tradable. Like you cannot sell them, and you don't have to mint them. You just get them from us for free because we are going to raffle them inside of a lucky draw, basically. So, and I think so far, I would have to check the exact numbers. It's somewhere between 15 to 20,000 participants, plus some of our KOLs did their own giveaways. So, yeah, I don't have the exact numbers in head now, but these 250 NFTs are going to be raffled inside our community. And the 250 people that won, they are going to help us test the platform, yeah, before we go live to the very public.
Okay. So basically, a non-fungible token and also a non-tradable NFT, basically. So you'll just get
Yeah,
reward
yeah,
by holding them. Yeah.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
Okay. And then let's go to the next question with Zoo L. You're allowed to speak. Please ask your question. Zoo L, you're allowed to speak. Hello? You need to unmute yourself. Okay, you're unmuted. Yeah.
No, I'm audible.
Yeah, we can hear you, but not that loud. You need to speak louder.
Okay. I'm audible now.
Yeah, kinda. You're a bit better now.
Okay, yeah. So thanks for the great opportunity. And my question is based on the uh the Alpha FT. Yeah. So I just want to know, for example, now if I am an Alpha FT owner, will I be able to have an additional advantage, like let me say more rewards, cheaper trading fees, and more? And also, can traders like can they also trade up to 10x leverage long or maybe short, and also have some transfer fees? Do you get the question?
Yes, I got the question. So, as I said, maybe down the line we're going to implement something like a fee discount. But for now, what you get with the NFT and being like getting access early to the mainnet as an alpha tester, you get like 10,000 Palm tokens airdrop, right? So, yeah, you can do your math. I mean, if the minimum listing price is 5 cents, or it's even maybe less, hopefully, hopefully we're going to perform a much better launch. Then yeah, you can kind of like do the math on how much that's going to be. Um, and for traders, yes, of course. I mean, there's fees on the platform. It's 0.1% open and close, and you can lower these fees, right? If you get invited to the platform, right, you're going to get a 10% discount, right? If you join for a referral link, you're going to have a 10% discount. By staking Palm tokens, you can lower these trading fees, and depending on how much volume you also trade on our platform, you can lower these fees. If you want to get a complete overview about all the discounts you can get on the platform, just go on our platform, connect your wallet, and on the portfolio section, you have one section that's called fees, and there you will see how many tokens you have to stake in order to get um, discounts and how much volume you have to trade to get discounts.
Okay, that's really nice. Thanks for answering that. And also, like, I want to know, are all the assets gonna be supported through the perpetual contracts on the PalmSwap protocol?
So we're going on the testnet. We tested Bitcoin USDT and Ethereum USDT, but as I said, yeah, we're going to of course add more trading pairs, and later down the line, the community as well can vote on which trading pairs we are going to add next on our platform.
Okay, okay, that's really nice. Yeah. So if I have more question, I'll go to your Telegram. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not hearing me well. Also, CH, thanks for the great opportunity. I really enjoyed the AMA.
Thanks for your questions.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. I said I have an additional question. So, what chain are you going to be using for the native token?
BSC. So our platform is run on BSC. Our token is run on BSC, and we're aiming around 3 months down the line after the DEX launch to as well be running cross chain on a second chain. If you're asking me now which one, yeah, we have not finalized this yet, but yeah, we are thinking about either ETH, maybe Polygon or Avalanche. That's like our three main options we're considering. But pretty much everything that is EVM Solidity is pretty easy to implement for us. So it's not gonna, yeah, it's not gonna be a biggie actually.
I think BSC is a good start because it's more accessible and cheaper compared to other chains. So, more people will be able to invest in it, considering the benefits that BSC have. So, yeah.
Yeah, 100% agree. That was actually the reason why we chose BSC. And as well, when we did our market research, there was no perpetual DEX yet on BSC. So that was also one of the reasons.
Yeah, no competitors. Yeah,
Yeah, of course. No, of course, you got one or two, but again, like I mean,
not as
how
big
many?
as what you have in your vision, from what I see.
No, exactly. First of all, and second of all, again, the spaces or this niche we are working in is still so underdeveloped. So I don't mind if there is two or three other protocols there. It's like if you would ask me, yeah, 3 4 years ago when Binance started, right? When did Binance start? 2017, 5 years ago. I mean, back then I was using Bittrex and Poloniex, right? That was, and they were big, right? So nobody would have said, "Oh yeah, we need another centralized exchange," right? But now, how many are there, and where are the ones that were there big already 5 years ago? So yeah, if you I think have a good
I
marketing
see. Yeah.
concept and a good product, you're always going to succeed in the market on the long term.
I love how healthy you consider the competitors that you have. You're gonna use them as a way to further to push your limits to be a better product than them. And I think that's the best and healthiest way to move forward in this space in terms of projects.
Yeah, or maybe even you never know, right? Maybe even there's a collaboration happening down the line or whatever. I mean, you never know.
BSBNB and PalmSwap. Who knows? That can happen.
Yeah, I mean that's maybe a bit far fetched, but I was more
Yes.
referring to maybe a cooperation with a perp dex or something like this.
Mm.
That's more realistic than us doing
Yeah.
a partnership with Binance, right?
Okay, so I guess we got time for like one or two more, oh, maybe one more question. So we go with Aviator Mania. You're allowed to speak. Please ask your question.
Hey, thanks, man. Thank you very much. So, basically, I went through your website and I saw something called the job board, and I was interested in that because it has application. Yeah, it gives application or room for persons to apply for tech job in the tech. But it got me thinking. There's this community called Andela and Africa Hacks. Now, what these persons do is that they host competitions for young devs in Africa, and then make them make a website or something, and then at the end of the week or a month, the winners they kind of help them launch into the space. So I don't know if you're going to be partnering with companies like this so that you can be able to you'll be able to like have a first hand or a first seat at these competitions, so you can be able to like see or pick out persons who you feel that, oh, this person made a great progress in his project, or this person like is great in his designs, or he made a great work in his codes or something like that.
I'm really honest. I'm not actively involved in the hiring process, so you would have to just give me a chat and drop some more information. So I'll connect you with the person responsible for that, and then we look into it. Yeah, for us, actually important. Maybe just to mention that when we were hiring our team, right, we were headhunting them, we always look for like previous experience and stuff like this. So yeah, like all our 10 devs have previous blockchain experience, worked in like bigger protocols. But yeah, for sure, if there's a really talented developer, why not? I mean, we're open minded. So yeah, just drop me a message, and I'm gonna connect you with somebody from the team after the launch, and then we can elaborate things there.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you, CH.
And I think that's pretty much it for the questions that we can cover. And to finalize or to conclude this AMA, I guess, can you tell us, Bernard, if you can tell us, give us a summary on what PalmSwap is all about, and why people should be investing in it in the near future and the near launch as well.
In a nutshell, decentralized trading. Sorry, yeah, the decentralized trading with a very close trading experience to a centralized exchange. That's how I would summarize it, uh, as user friendly as it gets. Why should you participate in the Fed? I mean, very honest, again, I don't think we can make the conditions for any investor or participant more fair than we made it, right? So I think we created sort of like really the most user friendly launch that you have probably ever seen. Plus, on top of that, take advantage of our referral program. You can already invite users to our fair launch, right? Everybody has a referral link. So if you invite users and they participate, you're going to earn some extra tokens. We pay 3% commission and Palm tokens on whatever um, your invited referral contributes, and all the people that you have referred to our token launch are as well going to be counted as referrals on our decks later. So we really build a rewarding ecosystem here. So I'm happy to see you guys on board, and yeah, we will do our job and develop and deliver a great product and a great launch. So yeah.
Okay, and I guess an addition. So, given that it's going to be your first launch, what measures can you promise the potential and already investors that it is going to be safe? Because they're going to be using your own website for the
Could you
launch.
please, you were cut off in the middle.
Oh, sorry.
Could you repeat please the question, because it was cut off in the middle, so I didn't get it fully.
Okay, so basically, I was asking like, how can you promise the trust that the funds are going to be safe for the investors? Because this is actually a trend wherein people always have trust issues whenever they're going to connect their wallet to a new website that's not a launchpad that they usually use. So, what safety measures have you had in place to convince and to make sure that the investors will be relieved that their money is in safe hands?
Well, every product that we give out to the public is audited, right? So yeah, SoQ already finished and completed the audit just a couple days ago on our sales page and launchpad and stuff like this. Yeah, Um, so yeah, of course, this is what we can do to ensure the safety of the contract to the people, right?
Yeah, the audits, obviously. And you've already launched some products and some vouch. I think you've already have some press releases that you got lined up.
Yeah, yeah, you can find a couple of them already. I
Mhm.
think we already tagged some in our announcement channel, right? Uh, as well, I think on our Twitter. So yes.
Active in a lot of social medias. Yeah, that's marketing, I would say. And I guess that's pretty much it from my side. And guys, I'm still seeing a lot of raised hands earlier when we ended the question portion for the community. So I encourage you to please join PalmSwap on their Telegram group, and I'm sure that Bernard and the rest of his team will be more than happy to answer all of your questions. And they're also giving away some NFTs for for the lucky members of their group. So also be active in there for a chance to win an NFT that will get you rewards. And thank you so much, Bernard, for joining us and for this AMA in Phoenix Holdings. And do you have anything else you wanted to add or announce before we conclude this AMA?
No, guys, I think I've really said enough. I think you guys got so much information about PalmSwap, and yeah, we're super excited. We're looking forward. Very happy to have been here tonight. You've been a great host. Thank you, CH, and I look forward to see you guys on our community fair launch and supporting PalmSwap. So yeah,
You've been an amazing
see you
guest
there.
as well. You've been quite smart and concise in describing the features of the token itself, even though the utilities you have is not common in this space. And I think you were able to explain it properly. And thank you so much for that. So, guys, that's it for us today. Thank you for tuning in on another AMA here at Phoenix Holdings. And we're going to be seeing you again, hopefully, on the next AMA. Good night, everyone.
Thank you, guys. Good night. Bye bye.